Out some more stuff for a Tottenham update. Starting off with the England squad, as Dominic Solanke and Jed Spence have both been back included in the England setup under Thomas Tuchel. Such a strange selection by Thomas Tuchel. 35 players being called up, one of them being Steele, the Brighton kid. I forgot. I didn't even know he was still at Brighton. He's been on their bench for the last 2 years. He's had 2 appearances in the last 2 years and suddenly gets an England call up. But look, congratulations to Dominic Solanke and Jed Spence for being called up again.
Yeah, Solanke's an interesting one because when he first came back from his injury, he was scoring quite a lot of goals. But he had when was the last time he actually scored? I can't remember. But
What, for England?
No, for us. Because he scored against City, that brace. Has he scored since then?
No, I don't think he has.
He has, yeah. So he's kind of, the goals have dried up a bit for him. But yeah, fair play to him. But it's a weird one, yeah, as you say, 35-man squad. So you would probably be easier to miss to not get in than
well, players like Trent and Watkins haven't been called up, which is crazy.
Which is mad to think. Surprised Solanke over Watkins, but maybe Solanke's maybe been in better form. But fair play to Dom, and obviously Jed continues his. I think he's made every squad, hasn't he, in recent times? So he's looking quite good for the World Cup at the moment.
Didn't Jed get? He didn't get called up in the last couple of squads, did he?
Has he?
I thought he missed out.
Didn't he play in the last one?
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. No, you are right actually. Yeah, Jed did play.
He scored in Spain. Yeah, good point actually. Solanke did score in the Champions League. But yeah, hopefully he'll play a part on Sunday. And I think, look, he's good enough to play for England. We know Dom, but he just needs to have a good end to the season. I think he's got a good shout being in that squad.
You know, Calvert-Lewin's been called up now. His first England call up in God knows how long.
Is it ever? Has he been capped for England?
I'm pretty sure he has.
I don't remember him ever being capped.
I think in his Everton days when he was like, firing in from Everton, I'm pretty sure he got capped in those days. Ago. Yeah, but look, they've got some decent strikers. You've got Harry Kane, Ollie Watkins, Dom Solanke, Calvert-Lewin now. I
mean, Solanke should fancy his chances, shouldn't he?
I think so, yeah. But the thing is, if you're going to go solely on form, it probably won't be Dom, will it? It'll probably be because Calvert-Lewin's had an unbelievable season. Mm-hmm. So you'll probably think Watkins.
I think he chooses Solanke over Calvert-Lewin.
No, I think so as well. I think Solanke is a better player than Calvert-Lewin, but I'm just saying if you're going to go solely on their season and their form.
Yeah, of course, but still a few games to go, isn't there?
Yeah. When does Archie Gray get a call up?
He's in the under-21s, I've heard.
Yeah.
So I think he's knocking on the door, isn't he? There's a hell of a lot of midfielders.
That's the thing, yeah.
At the moment. Who knows? He carries on playing like this. We saw in the last tournament, you've seen Wharton had a good 6 months, didn't he? And got a call up to the squad. So you never know. Mainu as well. He had a good end of the season and got a call up.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah. All right, so that's the England setup. Obviously, Vicario was left out the Italy setup. Kudus hasn't been called up for Ghana or anything like that. We've got some more reports on Vicario, though, because Dimarzio says that Inter sporting director Piero Orzilio has been in London in recent days. Contact is expected to be made regarding the signing of Tottenham goalkeeper Guillermo Vicario. Matt Barlow also says that Inter Milan are edging closer now on a summer move for Tottenham goalkeeper Guillermo Vicario worth £17 million, almost exactly what Spurs paid for him 2 years ago. Orzilio met with Vicario's agent on Wednesday, and there seems to be a mutual understanding that it is best for both parties to go separate ways in the summer. Fabrizio Romano says that Inter Milan have 2 names on their goalkeeping shortlist, and that is Vicario and Emi Martinez.
Vicario, that's interesting. But apparently, as you say, they're looking for a similar fee to what they paid, 17 million, which you would have thought Tottenham could get a bit more, but somewhere between 20 and 25, like 23 would probably be the sweet spot there. So I thought they would hold out for a bit more, but again, as we've seen in January, they took a bit of a loss on Brenton. Maybe they're looking like, as has been said by Vinay and Frank as well, who's now gone obviously, that we need to get better at selling. So maybe it's a case of, if we're getting offers for players that are willing to sell, just take the offer, and instead of waiting like we have done in previous windows for those extra few million for the better price, and then a lot of the time we end up not selling the player, and we end up having to stay with them and not upgrading them when we should. So there's 2 ways of looking at it. If we can upgrade on Vicario, if it's 17 million, then I'm not too fast, to be honest. But if we can get an upgrade, but I would say we could probably get a bit more. I would say.
Yeah, probably. I don't think it's a hell of a lot more. Probably between 5 and 7 million more, maybe at the very top. So. Look, I like Vicario. I think what he's brought to the team, passion, energy, there are definitely flaws in his game, which has been prevalent throughout this season particularly. So I think that wherever you can upgrade in the squad, you should upgrade in the squad. And I think the goalkeeper is definitely a place that we can upgrade in the squad. So it's all a matter of who we bring in. You know, it's not about who we sell, it's about who we bring in after that. And if we bring in a goalkeeper that's better than Vicario, that's better in, you know, all the different facets of, you know, playing out from the back, being commanding from crosses and corners and set pieces and everything like that, then I'm all for it. But you have to make that upgrade, don't you? Because it's very well and good saying, you know, get Vicario out the door, but if you bring in someone that's on the same level or worse, then there's just no point to it, is there? And we've seen that so many times at Tottenham Hotspur. We really have. And with the whole Brennan Johnson thing, it's just like, how many times do we sell players not with a real plan?
And also Vic is part of the leadership group. It's another element. So if you're going to get rid of him, you probably want someone with a bit more experience as well. You don't want to replace him with a young keeper. Because we need, unless you'll replace that experience somewhere else on the pitch, you need another voice in there, don't you?
Yeah.
Because we're going to be losing another one.
Yeah, exactly. So that's Vic. In terms of who we could be replacing him with, L'Equipe are reporting that Tottenham are interested in signing Lucas Chevilar amid his difficulties at PSG. Spurs have made inquiries regarding the French international, who is seen as a long-term replacement for Guillermo Vicario.
I was quite impressed with him before he went to PSG. I don't really know how he's done. Clearly, they're saying he's having difficulties, but he was quite a good keeper before. That's why, obviously, PSG brought him in and replaced Donnarumma with him, and he was quite highly rated. But, yeah, I don't know what exactly he's been up to while there, but maybe, that you know, we've seen at times PSG players can struggle at bigger clubs and they move and they really fulfill their potential. Maybe he's part of that, but how old is he? I think he's in his mid-20s, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 24.
24. So fairly young for a keeper.
I'm just trying to see how much he's played. He's had 17 games this season.
Okay, so that's like the majority, isn't it?
He was at Lille.
Was that all comps or just...
They only signed him this season.
Yeah, I know.
From Lille.
They replaced him replaced Donnarumma with him, supposedly.
And who's been their goalkeeper then?
Don't know. Can't remember off the top of my head.
Safonov.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
The Russian. I don't know too much about this keeper. I'm not going to pretend that I do.
I remember him at
really don't know
Lille.
much about
He
him.
was good at Lille. He was really good at Lille. But I don't know about him now, how he's done at PSG. So if I'm basing him on his time at Lille, I'll definitely do it. But in terms of now, how he's done at PSG, maybe he struggled to go a bigger club. But maybe that's kind of where we're at the moment.
Yeah. But that's the goalkeeping situation. That is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all the news stories that we have brought you today. Let's get